Watch how fast that goes.
That's crazy.
Look
Oh my god!
Look how fast it's going.
That's at least 500 miles an hour.
Here, when we cleared Seco and separate the kick stage from stage
40,
2.
negative 60.
Seco confirmed.
No. Give me that.
Orbit achieved.
And there it is, Seco confirmed, and the kick stage has separated with...
Alright, that company has to do good. Like, that's... I think it's going to do great, I think.
Are you going to do something in space or flying?
Probably.
Jakey's like crazy with Flight Simulator, and we went to a private jet event, and you sat in a private jet Cirrus that has a parachute on it,
Yep.
right? Mm-hmm. Camera's right there.
Oh, it is?
Yep. You're such a good-looking boy. All right, I got to do my work. We're going to talk about Rocket Lab. What do you think about this stock right here?
I'm Batman.
Wait, hold on. All right, what do you think? Is this stock going higher or lower?
It's going... It went low, but now it's blasting up.
Blasting off?
Just like a rocket.
Oh, I see what you did there. In that video, which is really cool, check it out if you like, the two commentators, they said, you know, the purpose of the electron rocket, call it, is fourfold. So they say for scientific research, climate monitoring, global connectivity, which I find very interesting, as well as national security. So Rocket Lab, they said they've launched for NASA, NRO, which I believe is the National Reconnaissance Organization. It's more defense. And they said a huge range on their website, huge range of commercial customers. So Rocket Lab on the website, they describe themselves end-to-end space company delivering reliable launch services, complete spacecraft design and manufacturing, satellite components, flight software, and more. So Rocket Lab, they've done more than, this was their 70th successful launch. So this is the second most active company behind SpaceX. As I said, I still think we move higher. We're at a 4% allocation in Active Opps, which is our speed ship, rocket ship portfolio compared to our more, the larger, more, I would say, less busy and less aggressive portfolios. So just today we went from 4% to 7%. And the way I see it, there's 4 tailwinds. We'll jump into technicals and fundamentals, but you know, number one, as I said, it's the 70th launch of the Electron rocket from New Zealand. Number 2, they're expanding into semiconductor manufacturing. They got a $23.9 million grant from the CHIPS Act and Science Act. This is going to reinforce what they say, their vertical integration between space hardware, satellite ecosystem, software, so they're vertically integrated. There was just a regulatory boost as well. August 13th, there was an executive order that streamlines the launch licensing and permitting process. So I guess they're able to launch and file for the permit more efficiently so they can get up there quicker. This should increase the operating efficiency and outlook for growth. And then the strong technicals and analyst outlooks that we're going to discuss next. They just came out with earnings on August 7th, which they're still not profitable, but I think with momentum companies like this, you have to focus on the top line momentum growth. And there were 3 upgrades that came through here, Needham, KeyBank, and Cantor Fitzgerald. The one that got the most headline, I think, was the Cantor Fitzgerald prior price target of 35. They kicked it up to 54. Before that was KeyBank at 50 and Needham at 55. And then Stiefel on August 5th, looks like before earnings actually, good call Stiefel, to 55. So today Rocket Lab closed at 48.39. Our first position we established around 36, and then we just added 50% to the position today. Looking over here, you look at the longer term over the next 4 years, sales, EBITDA, EPS, and GAAP EPS. So if you just look at it, there's 11 analysts according to this, which is ticker, 11 analysts with an average revenue top line of 588, medium of 586, which is 34% change from there. 13 analysts are looking to go up to 895 to 904, which is a 50%, 52%, and then up to 1.1 billion, 1.4, 1.7. So that's top line. And then if you look at EPS, both GAAP and non-GAAP, it looks like it's funny, like the amount of analysts over the next 2 years, they're going to lose money this year, 26 cents, but then lose 2 cents on the average next year in 2026, but then go profitable non-GAAP to 16 cents and then 39 cents, which that's quite a swing from losing 26 to up 39 in 3-4 years, call it. And then GAAP EPS also not expected to be profitable in next year, but GAAP EPS profitable in 27. So if we look at the technicals here, the thing that I like the most about this is if you look at the weekly in August, it's been a lot of kind of candles of indecision. So, this was August 18th, that's August 11th, the 4th. You had 3 or 4 candles that we open and close at basically the same price. And then just 2 days into this week, we have, hopefully a lift off. Again, sorry for the corny puns. So that's the weekly. We have pretty good volume coming through as I stretch this out. We've got a few weeks above the 50-period average of volume. This was a big one in November. Then we did a big one here in June. That must have been probably the earnings were in May. We could look, I could look right here. May 8th. Yeah, okay. So we'll come back to that. But, the way I look at it here is back half of July and into most of August, we've been in this bull flag pattern. We went down to the 50-period moving average, tried to close below it, snapped back above. This indicator down here is percent distance from the 50-period moving average. You can see it didn't register negative because we didn't close below the 50-period moving average. Green is, it's not really support, but it's just an area of interest. Let's call it the launch pad. Again, sorry for the corny puns. But, we got a decent move today. It wasn't great volume. It was right at the 50-day average of volume. 23.23 million is the average. We did 23.87. So I'd love to see a little bit more follow through. We did close below the bull flag trend resistance. I'd really like to see it continue higher for that position that I added today. There is, the sector that it's in is industrials, and it's within machinery. So, the big ones that I'm watching are aerospace and defense, and there was another one, HEI, that reported earnings that is absolutely ripping. I almost wonder if the company would get a little bit more attention if it wasn't in machinery, but if it was in aerospace and defense. So you just look at HEIO. This company just reported earnings, and you're going to see a pretty similar pattern here. So daily down below, weekly up top, kind of almost a bull flag, but, we did drop below the 50 period, and then we just moved above very quickly. We'll check the volume, really good volume there, well above the 50-day average of only 447,000. So this company does a lot less volume. Interesting. Here's the weekly, again, just, sideways and tight for a while before we're moving higher. The company just reported earnings, I think it was yesterday. They were expected to make $1.14. They made $1.26. So Rocket Lab, as I said, I kicked up the position today. Right now it's a 6.95% allocation. And what I'm doing is, I mentioned before, all the trades I put in the Active Opps portfolio, which I don't mind showing you. This is one of the portfolios at Inside Edge, and everyone's account numbers should be hidden. They are. We're holding 2,860 shares of RKLB. So there's the P&L, and I think I should be able to show activity. There we go. So yeah, that's the execution of RKLB this morning at 10:09. So what I do is, this is one of the models that we trade live for clients of Inside Edge. And then what we do is we offer it, everything I do there, I post up here on Savvy Trader, so you could subscribe and follow along and get real-time alerts as I make trades and, add and exit positions. Okay, guys, RKLB, we'll be watching that one closely. Check us out, InsideEdgeCapital.com or Savvy Trader. There should be links to that portfolio below here. Let me know what you think in the comments. I watch and respond to all comments, and we'll catch you guys in the next video update. All right, see ya. Bye.